Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our new live stream of learning C++. So today, let us test a little bit how much we have learned or how much we can recollect by solving a few questions. So we have a few questions here to solve. So let us see. Um, Let us see if we are able to solve these questions. All right. So here the first question is, given a vector of integers, count how many numbers are even. All right. So there is a vector and we are asked to count how many numbers are even inside this vector. All right. So let us see how we can do this. So let me see. This is the vector they have given. Let's say, for example, by the way, I hope the audio is clear. And if you have any questions, please do ask me in the live chat. So I'm just going to keep solving. Let me just paste this here. So this is the vector here. All right, so you have this vector and we need to find all the even numbers, right? Inside of this vector. How many even numbers are there? We have to count how many even numbers are there. So for this, we need to traverse this vector, right? So I will be just writing the pseudocode here. So let me see how we can go about it. Um, let's see. I'll just write my approach. All right. So here, right. Okay. So let me just write the pseudocode. So, so I'm going to write a for loop, and then that for loop is going to traverse from I equal to 0 up till I equal to I equal to I equal to n, or last element, whatever it is. And then I'm going to just increment I, and inside the for loop, I think we can do it this way, right? Inside the for loop, what can I do? We have to check, right? Um, all right. So here we have to check, right? As we traverse, what do we have to find? For example, if you see here, uh, if I see the first element, let us say the first element, whatever it is, I am going to call the first element as even, okay? Or let us just say, um, I'm just going to say, if I can just say this first element, right? What can we say? Okay, let's just take it as first element. First element. What do we have to check? Or let us just have a condition here. If num nums, let us just have a condition, right? Nums of I um divided by divided by 2, or modulo, not divided by, modulo 2, equal to or equal to 0, no need equal to 0. Then what can we say? We can say then nums of I nums of I uh, equal to 0. Then let us just say, first we have to initialize a counter. All right, let's just have a counter first, and then we can say count plus plus, right? And then we'll set initialize the counter to 0. Okay, we can say first itself count equal to 0, int count equal to 0, and then if this is true, then count plus plus, or else what to do? This loop just keeps going, right? So yeah, I think that is good enough. Let's see, and then just return 0. I think this is good enough. So this is the basic idea. So let me see the live chat. If you have any other idea, please let me know. Um, yeah, if you have a different idea, please let me know. Um, this is what I have. If you have something different that comes up to your mind, you can let me know. So let's just code this up. Um, let's just code it. Let's see if we are getting the answer. All right. So I hope this is correct, but we'll see. Not entirely sure, but let's just see if it's correct. Okay, so I'm just going to code it and see. Let's just open VS Code. So I've created a new file. I'm just going to code it. Hash include. I'm just going to code it up. Stream, and then also hash include vector vector using namespace std. All right, so that's it. All right, now let me just say, inside the main function, I'm just going to give this vector itself. All right, Let me just give this vector itself here, what is given. All right. And I am going to have a count. So int count equal to 0, initialize that to 0. And then we have a for loop, int I equal to int I equal to 0, and then I less than nums dot size, and also increment I, and then inside the loop check the condition if what do you have to check? If I, not I, nums of I, nums of I modulo 2, right, equal to 0, equal to 0, equal to 0, then what should we do? Then just say, all right, let me see. There's something wrong here. Not sure. Yeah, so I think it's equal to 0. Okay, let's let it be. I'm just checking a condition. So now what can we say? I'm just going to increment count. If that is the case, then just increase the count and then just return 0, right? Return just to return after the for loop. All right. I think we are good now. Let's see if we get the answer. We should get the output as here there is one even number, two, and then three. So we should get output 3. Output should be 3. Let's see if we get 3. I'm just going to run this. All right. Questions. All right, it compiled, I guess. Let me change this. Questions. What happened? Okay, we didn't do C out, right? We didn't see out anything. You have to see out count, right? See out count. Let me do that. See out count as well. Now let's see. We did not see out count. All right, no issues. Let me just do it again. See, we got the output as 3. So that's it. So we have just written the program for finding the even number, or let us say finding how many even numbers are there in this vector. So let me just, so this is correct. We got the output. Um, Let me just go here. All right. What do we have here? Okay, that's a palindrome question. Okay, let's try this and then we'll go and see if we can do the palindrome question. Patterns with nested loops. Print the following pattern for n equal to 5, and also the inverted version. Let's see. I think we have done this earlier, but let's see we can do if we're able to do it. This is even number of even numbers in vector, and we have to do another one. So should we create, let's just, I think we'll do, instead of doing everything here, I think it's better to do it in a different file. um I create a new folder, or let's just do it here itself. question question two, question2.cpp, and let me just write here, print, print a pattern. All right, so let's see what we can write here. We need to print this pattern over here. All right, so let's see how we can do that. We need to use a nested loop, so let's see. All right, so first let me just go ahead. We need a pattern, right? So I'm going to go with for loop. We need a nested loop here. So for loop int I equal to 0, I equal to 0, and then up till where do we need n equal to 5, right? So, or is it 5? N equal to 5, okay. So I guess we will need this I less than or equal to 5. Maybe then we can start from 1 here. I plus plus, and then here we need another for loop, and let that be j. And from where does j start? J equal to, so we have yeah, so if you look at it, we have I is the rows, right? So we have five rows and 5 columns, right? We'll have 5 columns. So J also kind of starts from 1, and I will be less than or equal to 5, and not I here, it is J here. J less than or equal to 5, and then J plus plus, and then you have to, what do you have to see out here? See out, this star. Let's see out star, and then endl. I think that should be good. I'm not sure how this is going to look like. Uh, you know what? Let's just see what we get here, and we'll take it from there. Not very sure about this, but so I'm here. I'm just going to change question two, question two, question two. All right, so it was wrong. What does it do here though? All right, so it just prints linearly. Okay, so I think here, hmm, all right, so there is something we need to change here. All right, so I starts from 1 and goes up till 5. Okay, and we have I incrementing. Okay, um, for int j equal to, does j start from 1? J starts from 1, and we need only when, right? We need only, when do we need to print a star? When do we need to print a star? Let us see if j equal to, so how can we just, let us go here. How can I refer to this element over here? It is, okay, so I think it has to be, how can you refer this element here? How can you call this element over here? If we say this is one, this is second row, right? So this would be second row, second column, right? So 2 comma 2, right? So it has to be over here. J starts from 1 but goes up till where? It's not up till 5, right? Or does J start from 1? How can we write that? If you have any ideas, let me know in the chat if you do. I'm just trying to think of the solution here. All right, so this element is 2 comma 2. So let's see. How can we? I think we can go with this, right? Um, if we have, here is it j equal to I, then let me just try a few things here. Um, I don't think it's j equal to I. Let me just keep it 0, keep it 1, and let me just go ahead and write here j equal to I. Let us see what happens. Um, All right, now it printed. Okay, before it was so much, and now it printed how much rows? How much rows is this? This is like five, right? That is five. And then you have another five over here. All right. So, and then another five over here, right? So you have about 15 rows printed. Okay, so obviously we don't want that. Um, how can we go about this? Can I just say int nums equal to 0, or maybe what if nums equal to 0, and then here I'm going to say nums of I, go up till nums of I, not very sure. Nums, oh, right. I don't think it's that. How about nums equal to 1? Doesn't work. I guess we have done this problem earlier. Just trying to recollect it. Say, what if we start from nums here? Um, all right. There's something wrong. Nums equal to what about? Is nums equal to 5? All right. I'm not very sure. Let's see. Let's try and debug this. I guess we have done this earlier though. Let me just go and refer vector, or probably it is there here on the for loop part. That's the while loop. I just check the for loop over here. Right, very good, nested loops. Okay, so here you have this. There's a nested loop here.
Ready to embark on your coding journey? Let's get started with Python. Good news. Many PCs and Macs already have Python
Okay,
installed, but let's make sure it's ready to go on your machine.
all right,
On
so
a Windows PC. Hey there, future Python wizards. Today, we're learning about global
okay,
variables. These are special variables
all
that can be
right.
native functions and can be accessed by everyone, both inside and
So
outside
here
of
they
your
have done
machine.
I into J, C out I into J.
Today, we're examining how to output variables in
Let
Python.
me see. I don't even think we do need this here. Let me just keep this as it is. Let me just have it as 1.
Let's see how we
Okay.
can use the print function to display
So
variables.
I'm just going to go with here. Maybe just add. All right. Or should we see out this? here. Okay, there is a
Hey
cout
there,
over
Python
here
coders. Today we're looking into Python comments. Ready?
after this.
Comments in Python start with
Let's see out handle after this as well. And maybe you don't need an handle over here. Let's see.
a hashtag symbol like
Let's see what this prints. I'm going to remove this too. Let's see what this prints. Question 2. Alright, somewhat near the output we've got. So here we have 5 rows printed. Alright, we wanted the 5 rows to be printed. We got it. But we want it to be we want it to be this way. Let me just correct. Alright, we wanted 5 rows, we got it, but we wanted to go from 1 to 5, right? We want it to be increasing. Alright, so for that, what can we do over here? What can we do over here to do that? Over here, okay. Here we are outing. Alright. Here now it is printing for every column over here, right? But we need to print it. Let's see how we can do that. Um, we might need we might need how can we go about that? Do you guys have any ideas? Let me know. And if you have just joined, drop a hi and like the video. Um, welcome to the live stream. So let me just refer my previous questions that I've done here. Probably have done it before. Let's see. Um, maybe I've done it before, I'm not sure. Right, so um I guess this is the one, maybe this is the one, I guess. Probably have to use but I'm sure we can do it using a for loop as well. I've done it earlier using a do while loop, I guess. Alright, here you can see I've done something over here. This might be it. Do we have to do I into j here? Is that it? Okay, I starts from 1 and j starts from 0, I guess. Let's see. Alright, but this is not that, right? This is a different one. It's a different one. Do we have the let's see if we have done it. The star thing is, I think, do while, but it has to be. I think we can also do it using a for loop, though. I think this is the one, I guess. Right? It's probably this one. What about this? I equal to 3, continue, else out star. Okay, I think it could be this. Could be this one. Um, no, this just breaks though. Like, it doesn't. But I think we can get an idea over here. Is it possible using a for loop? Is this possible? I guess it is though. Let's see. And let me know in the chat if you have any ideas. Please let me know in the live chat. Um, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and use this thing. Question 2. Let me just copy this and I just go here. Question 3. Question 3. Okay, fill me debug. Let's see. All right. Okay. First row, how many stars should be printed? All right. First row, okay. Does the number of iterations of the inner loop change from one row to the next? Or is it always 5? If it's always 5, what pattern will that produce? Okay. Think about which variable I or 5 should determine how many stars are printed on each row. All right. It is I, right? It is I. All right. Let's see. On row I, how many stars should the inner loop print? Okay. All right. All right. So let me just try that. So I guess it is j less than or equal to I. That is the only thing here. Let's see if that solves it. Yeah, so that was the thing. It was just one small change. Yeah. So here it had to be I. Pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah, so in the inner loop, you have to only this I determines, right? Um, because we only I is getting incremented, right? So that goes incrementally. So I goes 1, 2, 3 like that. So yeah, so that is it. I think that's the thing. And if you need the reverse, I think that is also something you can do. Let me just do that as well. If you need to print the reverse, all right. So what can I do um, for the reverse? Um, this stays up till 5, or does it? Let me just say I equal to I goes to from 1 till 5, stays that way. Um, here it has to be. Here, what does it have to be? Just a minute. If you are here, please just drop a hi. And if you have any questions or anything you have to clarify, please do let me know in the chat. All right. So do let me know how your C++ learning journey has been so far. I hope it's going going great. So do let me know in the chat. And also please do like the video. Um, and now let me just all right. So here, okay. So I think it's already been a while now. So let's not try and do the other question. So I think it will take too much time if I just keep going. So for now, let's end it here. Let's let's stop here and we can solve the next questions in the other live streams, in the upcoming live streams. So, yep. I hope you enjoyed watching this live stream. And if you did, please do like the video and also consider subscribing to the channel um, if you haven't already. And yeah, see you in the next live stream. Until then.